The last thing you want to hear when you need your auto insurance most is a robot with countless irrelevant menu options. Which is why with USAA Auto Insurance, you'll get great service that is easy and reliable, all at the touch of a button. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Rule of Three Offense Podcast. Here's our host, Steve Collins.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Rule of Three Podcast. Before we jump in, just a couple things. First of all, if you're intrigued or want to dive into the lesson or the course, ruleof3.com. You can use the word three or you can use the number 3, ruleof3offense.com will get you the course. You're listening to this. Usually it's not at its lowest price, but it's definitely going to go up. It always does. I usually increase it about 6 months after the initial launch. So if you want to go over, we keep putting new stuff up there all the time. Go over and check it out. We just put some zone stuff up, like I said last week. We just keep adding things to it. And once you have access, you'll always have access to that course. So go over and check that out. If you're looking even for more, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. The one-stop shop for basketball coaches is a little bit of everything. So if you want to go over and check that out, go do that. All right. Now, so I'm going to talk today about the big three concepts. When it comes to the rule of three offense, there's a few big concepts that we deal with in terms of the three things that you kind of really need to know, the play actions, all those kind of things. So let's talk about general rules. And again, these are in groups of 3. We're going to talk about the general rules. Then we'll talk about the passer rules. We'll talk about the cutter rules, and we'll talk about the weak side rules. So there's 3 different things that we'll kind of deep dive into here in this episode. So first of all, the general rules. Okay. Again, depending on if you're doing 5 out, 4 out, 1 in, and a couple of these I talked about, but getting it down to 3 rules: everyone moves on every pass, every overplay is a back door, and a dribble drive from the wing is you must get a mesh or read your defender. Okay. Those are the basic rules. Okay. If you get a drive or a mesh point, every overplay is a back door, every move. So there's basically only 3 things they have to remember. Everyone moves on every pass, every overplay is a back door, dribble drive best from the wing, and you read your defender at the mesh point. Sometimes the mesh point's a screen, sometimes the mesh point's on a drive. Those all kind of tweak. Okay. But there's really only 3 things you have to remember: move on every pass, overplay and back door, and read your mesh point. Okay. So now you have the 3 things that are happening on the court. You have the ball, right? It's like I've said before, you have the ball. So you can either shoot it, you can pass it, you can dribble it. So passer options, or the person that has the ball options, is they can cut once you pass it. Okay. You can cut to the basket. Okay. You can pick the nearest man, or you can read the cutter and slip and pop. Okay. So every pick is a potential slip. So you can cut to the basket. I pass, I can cut, I can screen, or I can fake the screen and slip, or I can set the screen and pop. It's one thing. Okay. That's what the passer can do after he passes. What can the cutter do? Okay. You can set up the pick and read the defender. You can slice back door. You can curl off the pick. So you're coming off the screen. What can you do? You can slice the basket, right? You can fake like you're going high and go low. You can curl. You can cut high and then fade for a 3 or a pop. Sometimes we refer to those as pops. So slice is fake high, go low. Curl is go curl around. And then a pop, cut high, or a fade is the next thing. That's all you can do when you're coming off the screen. So you have the general rules, you have the passer rules, you have the cutter rules, and then you have the weak side. So you're either a passer, a cutter, right, coming off a screen, or you're screening, or you might, if you have the ball, obviously you have 3 options, but then everyone else is on considered quote unquote weak side. So you can interchange, you can up or down screen, and you can pin and skip, right? You can look for the skip pass. So let's say we're on the right side and there's movements on the right side of the court. The left 2 guys, let's just imagine in our mind here, left 2 guys can interchange. They can down screen or back screen or up screen, or they can pin. One of them can pin and you can get a skip. That's all this offense is. That's the 3x5 that if you buy the offense, you'll be able to hand out to your players, right? You have the ball, you just pass the ball, you're a cutter, or you're weak side. Those are the only 3 things, and you can only do 3 things at any given time. It's so simple that it allows you to spend time on the things that you need to spend time on, right? Like shooting, skill development, small-sided game, maybe some defensive things, maybe situational things, maybe zone offense things, all of those kind of things. So hopefully this helps. Next week we'll dive into another concept inside of the rule of 3 offense. All right, have a great day, everybody.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.